drama and disruptions.
We have to use the last opportunity what we are having to force the Prime Minister to come to Parliament and speak about money.
Opposition India does not trust Modi.
तो नो कॉन्फिडेंस दिया है तो अब लोगों के कॉन्फिडेंस माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के ऊपर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर ही है।
अब चर्चा कराने की जब हमने सहमति भरी तो रूल्स ले आए, रूल्स पे कुछ डिस्कशन पे सहमति बन रही थी तो एक नया मुद्दा ले आए।
Opposition making big Manipur point. But Modi predicted this in 2018.
कि आप इतनी तैयारी करो कि 2023 में फिर से आपको अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाने का मौका मिले।
Stage set for mega numbers war. Big edge for Modi. The big no trust war. Top focus on 5 Live.
In India's long and rich history of no-confidence motions, here comes the very latest. The opposition, the Congress and another opposition party have moved parallel no-confidence motions in Parliament against the government. We're going to bring you the lowdown, stack up the numbers for you and show you what the battlefield looks like ahead of the latest no-confidence motion in the world's largest democracy. I'm Shiv Arur. Thanks so much for tuning in. These are the headlines. Fresh violence erupts in Manipur. Shops and houses burnt in the More district of the state. Miscreants pelted stones. Police resort to tear gas deployment. We have a full ground report coming up in a few minutes. Delhi Ordnance Dangal to kick off in Parliament. Home Minister Amit Shah to introduce Ordnance Bill in the Lok Sabha on Monday. It's the one which pits the BJP against the Aam Aadmi Party's control over bureaucrats in Delhi. 1984 anti-Sikh riots case continues to haunt Congress leader Jagdish Titler. Delhi court takes cognizance of charge sheet, directs Congress leader to appear before the court on the 5th of August. Imagine, nearly 4 decades after the fact. Mega India Today impact Suomoto case and FIR registered against 3 students in the Udupi college toilet incident. FIR also registered against college administration and against a channel that was circulating a misleading video. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's big warning to Pakistan on Kargil. Vijay Divas says just because India does not cross the LOC routinely does not mean it cannot.
भारतीय मूल्यों के प्रति हमारा पूरा विश्वास है और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कानूनों के प्रति हमारी प्रतिबद्धता है। उस समय अगर हमने एलओसी पार नहीं किया तो इसका मतलब यह नहीं था कि हम एलओसी नहीं पार कर सकते थे।
It's a big Modi government versus INDIA alliance war in Parliament. And we're now just 10 months away from the big election next year. The opposition has moved India's latest no-trust motion against the centre, claiming this was the only way to bring Prime Minister Modi to the discussion table on the pressing issue of the Manipur crisis. But the centre is strongly firm on the fact that only Amit Shah, the Home Minister, will make a statement in Parliament. But where does it stop? And what's the way out of this stalemate? Take a look.
वो शुभकामनाएं मैं आज फिर देना चाहता हूं कि आप इतनी तैयारी करो कि 2023 में फिर से आपको अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाने का मौका मिले।
This prediction by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, done 4 years ago, is coming true. The Parliament witnessing yet another no-trust battle. Waging a big war, the opposition India Alliance moved a no-trust motion against centre over Manipur violence. The motion was weighed and almost immediately accepted by the Lok Sabha Speaker, paving the way for a vote within 10 days. The last no-trust vote against Modi government was in 2018, which the ruling combined sailed through with a big margin. Opposition claims it was the only option before it to get the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to speak on Manipur.
We want justice for Manipur, and India Alliance is for Manipur. And that is why we have presented the government with this no confidence motion to remind the Prime Minister of his constitutional, moral and ethical responsibility towards the state of affairs in Manipur.
अगर अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाया जा रहा है लोकसभा में तो इस स्वागत योग्य कदम है। इसके जरिए कम से कम प्रधानमंत्री को मजबूर होना पड़ेगा मणिपुर की हिंसा पर जवाब देने के लिए।
वो हर तरीके से प्रजातंत्र और पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेसी का हनन करने में लगी हुई है, उसका गला घोटने को भी तैयार है। उम्मीद करते हैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी मणिपुर की घटना को लेकर और मणिपुर को लेकर सदन में चर्चा करेंगे।
The government has claimed that it is ready for a debate on Manipur violence and only Home Minister Amit Shah will reply.
सरकार हर परिस्थिति के लिए तैयार है। हम तो चाहते हैं मणिपुर पे चर्चा हो। कल गृह मंत्री जी ने भी लोकसभा में फिर बोला, क्योंकि इनका विषय सत्र शुरू होने से पहले यही था कि मणिपुर पे चर्चा कराओ। अब चर्चा कराने की जब हमने सहमति भरी तो रूल्स ले आए कि प्रधानमंत्री जी आकर के चर्चा शुरू करें। ये मुझे लगता बहाना है।
But it is not just the India Alliance. Even BRS separately moved no trust motion against Prime Minister, which OAC's AIMIM says it will support.
जो देश में जो मणिपुर का जो इश्यू घटना चल रहा है उसका ऊपर जो है चर्चा होना चाहिए। देश के प्रधानमंत्री का मुंह से अगर ये बात आने से देश के लोगों के लिए थोड़ा शांति भी रहेगा, अच्छा रहेगा बोल कर हम लोग काफी कोशिश किया था। आज के दिन में जो है ना ये नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन मूव किया है।
It is the day 5 of the parliament and it was stalled yet again with opposition leaders asking for Prime Minister Modi's statement on Manipur in parliament. But amid raging India Alliance versus Modi government, who will blink first? With Paulami Saha and Mausami Singh in New Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
And leader of opposition to generate discipline and decorum in their members. Please take your seat.
Because that is really what it actually is, a war over who is going to blink first. But I also want to show you, viewer, what happened inside Parliament. Yes, the motions have been moved now for that no confidence vote against the Modi government. But the Manipur fire, which is raging far away in that northeastern state, is echoing and only escalating in Parliament. Today, for the 5th straight day, sloganeering and disruptions by the opposition continued. The opposition is adamant on a statement from the Prime Minister on Manipur, not from the Home Minister. Here's what you may have missed during the day of what happened in Parliament.
I'm astonished to hear a member of this House call other members of this House dhokebaz? I condemn this. It should be removed and the honorable member should apologize. The honorable member should apologize. The honorable member should apologize. No way. This House cannot say this.
मैं पूरे अपने इश्यूज को सदन के सामने रख रहा था और जब 50 लोग अपना 267 पे दिए थे तो मुझे अगर बोलने का मौका भी नहीं मिला, ठीक है, लेकिन कम से कम जब मैं बोल रहा हूं मेरा माइक अचानक बंद करना ये मेरा प्रिविलेज है। अब उसको प्रिविलेज को धक्का मेरा अपमान हुआ है। मेरे रेस्पेक्ट को आप मेरे सेल्फ रेस्पेक्ट को उन्होंने चैलेंज किया है और सरकार के इशारे पे अगर सदन चला तो मैं समझूंगा साहब डेमोक्रेसी नहीं है।
Nothing will go on record. Nothing will go on record. Nothing will go on record. floor was given to the leader of the opposition. Leader of the opposition was at a time when there was discussion on a legislative business. Any transgression that takes place away from the main theme, everyone in the house is aware that can't be allowed. And that is, at that stage, the Honorable Deputy Chairperson intervened. So it is not that mics were put off. It means the indulgence accorded by the chair to a particular member to focus on the issue which is subject matter of discussion. And if the honorable member transgresses it, goes into another domain, that surely can't be allowed.
जिस प्रकार का दुर्व्यवहार आज हम देश भर के अलग अलग इलाकों में देख रहे हैं, गंभीर समस्या है, संवेदनशील विषय और सरकार इसके लिए तैयार है। इसमें कोई राजनीतिकरण करने का कोशिश ना करे। मैं समझता हूँ ये विषय राजनीति के परे है। हम सब ने बड़ी गंभीरता से, बड़े संवेदनशील तरीके से इन विषयों के ऊपर चर्चा करनी चाहिए और सभी राज्यों में जो ये समस्या चल रही है, सभी राज्य सरकारों ने भी इसकी गंभीरता से संज्ञान लेना चाहिए। तो मैं चाहता हूं कि आप इन दोनों विषयों पे भी, राजस्थान और छत्तीसगढ़ पे जो दो आपके अलग अलग नोटिसेज आए, इसके ऊपर भी आप शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन डिस्कशन शेड्यूल करें, रखें। सरकार इसके लिए तैयार है।
And we've got breaking news coming in on the Gyanvapi case in Varanasi. The Allahabad High Court, a day after the Supreme Court had put a 2-day stay on any survey to be conducted at the mosque complex, the Allahabad High Court has now allowed the Archaeological Survey of India's survey to take place at the mosque complex. The High Court has said a complete ASI survey needs to be conducted by the end of July, and the complete survey needs to be conducted without damaging any structure. Remember, a court a few days ago had cleared permission for this particular Archaeological Survey of India survey of the mosque complex, but without going to the disputed Wazukhana area. The Supreme Court had put a 2-day stay on it, giving relief to the Muslim side, saying go to the High Court first. The High Court has now paved the way for that survey to take place. So this is a big win for the Hindu side that has been claiming that the Gyanvapi mosque was built on the structure of a temple. Samarth Srivastav tracking the story for us. Samarth, a setback for the Muslim side, it appears, with the Allahabad High Court now upholding that survey and giving instructions on that survey to take place and a full report to be conducted by the end of July.
Shiv, the discussion is still on in the survey because when ASI people were called by the court around 4:30 p.m. and they arrived at the court, and when the discussion started and court argued and anyone inquired about how will they do that particular thing in the premises without damaging the structure, to which ASI told the basic techniques by which the structure won't be destroyed or destructed, but the survey would also be done. And then the court asked the ASI how much time would you take for that particular process. Then the ASI said they will take up to 31 of July. That means around 3 to 4 days ASI will take for the entire survey. To which the court has clearly said on the proceeding, still on that CJ told the ASI that just go with this, the flow, don't try and just finish it by 31 of July. Though the final order hasn't come yet, but this is all happening in that particular survey, in that particular the proceedings. So we can say that it is going in that particular direction where ASI could be allowed to do the survey by 31 of July, but you have to wait for the final order by the court.
So when will the survey start, Samarth? Is it going to start tomorrow itself? Because July 31st is only 3 days away.
Well, obviously, because it's a part of proceedings right now, and there is discussion going inside. There, CJ is asking for the ASI to finish it by 31 of July. We have to wait for the final order because if this is okay and this comes in an order by the High Court, then yes, obviously, it would be started by tomorrow morning, just like 3 days back it started, and the ASI will have to finish it by 4 to 5 days. That means up to 31 of July as claimed by the ASI that they will be able to do that, because what ASI told the court that only 5% of work is done as confirmed by the CJ inside the proceedings. So it's going to be very crucial. We have to wait for the final order. But yes, the CJ has clearly told that ASI expert who has heard from Varanasi that finished this particular work by July 31.
We'll wait for that full order and get you an update on that as soon as it comes in. Samar, thanks very much for filling us in. The survey has been cleared to proceed and it needs to be completed by the end of July. We'll get you an update as soon as we have it. Now let's return to our main story on the no confidence motion that the Modi government now faces in Parliament. Remember that India has a long history of no confidence motions, but how do the numbers stack up this time? Take a look at how it looks in the Lok Sabha. There are 332 MPs who are currently with the government, very, very strong in the Lok Sabha, but 141 MPs are against the government. There are 64 MPs who are currently fence sitters. We don't know which way they will swing. Vacant seats currently in the Lok Sabha amounts to about 6. If we go into greater detail into what the numbers actually look like, with the government, like I said, 332, and against the government is 141. You break it down per party, those numbers look like this. You've got 49 from the Congress, 24 from the DMK, 23 from the Trinamool, and 16 from the JDU. With the government, if you break up that 332, BJP obviously in the strongest position with over 300 seats, the Shiv Sena with 13, AIADMK 1, and the RLJP with 5 seats. So they are in a strong situation right now. But take a look at India's tryst with no confidence motions, and there have been many in the 76 years of this country. Jawaharlal Nehru, the country's first Prime Minister, faced a no-trust motion twice post the 1962 war with China. His daughter Indira Gandhi faced no-confidence motions 15 times and survived each and every one of those times. Prime Minister Morarji Desai faced the motion twice. He had to quit in 1979 after his short-lived government following the emergency. Rajiv Gandhi faced a no-trust motion only once, that was in 1987 on the back of the Bofors scam. PV Narasimha Rao faced 3 no-confidence motions when he was the Prime Minister. Atal Bihari Vajpayee lost his floor test famously in 1999 but won in 2003. Narendra Modi has survived a no-trust motion by the opposition in 2018 by a staggering 195 votes. This current no-confidence motion will be his second. Now, remember, in the shadow of what's happening in Parliament is also the identity of this alliance, this new alliance that calls itself India, or INDIA. Well, NDA versus India is in full swing ahead of these Lok Sabha polls. But flaying the opposition for naming its alliance INDIA, Prime Minister Modi says that merely adding the name India doesn't make it so. Well, after Prime Minister Modi took a jibe at the name of the opposition alliance, likening it to the Popular Front of India, the East India Company, and even the Indian Mujahideen, senior BJP leaders today doubled up their attack on the opposition and its newly crafted identity. While Union Home Minister Amit Shah took to Twitter and said that the change in the name of the alliance will not erase the past deeds of the parties involved in the alliance, Minister of External Affairs S. Jaishankar accused the opposition of seeking foreign intervention to solve internal problems. Meanwhile, unfazed by the charges levelled against them, and strengthened opposition parties have hit back and accused the Prime Minister of hating India. Obviously, that's a pun.
मैंने पहले भी मुझसे किसी ने पूछा भी ये पहले, और मैं आज भी वही जवाब दूंगा। घटिया प्रोडक्ट को आप नाम बदलने से प्रोडक्ट बदलता नहीं है। आप कुछ भी कहिए, घटिया प्रोडक्ट ही रहता है। वो नाम बदलते रहें, वो यूपीए के नाम से शर्मिंदा हैं, वो शर्म कर रहे हैं, और नाम बदलने से उसका कोर एसेंस और कोर आइडियोलॉजी बदलता नहीं है।
जो हिमाचल प्रदेश और उसके बाद कर्नाटक में जो चुनाव में हार हुई है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी बखला गई है। और जिस प्रकार से 26 दल की बैठक हुई है, चाहे पटना में और उसके बाद बेंगलुरु में, उसके बाद इनका हताशा और बढ़ गया है, और हताशा में ही व्यक्ति आपा खो बैठता है। जो दिखाई दे रहा है उससे स्पष्ट हो जाता है इंडिया का जिस प्रकार से नाम कर रहे हैं, वो तुलना कर रहे हैं मुजाहिदीन से और इससे, तो ये उनके हताशा का परिचायक है।
This is a secular movement. He is afraid of this political organization. That is why he is making comment. India is a friend that is organized by Indian National Congress. There is an India in the name of Indian National Congress also. Indian National Congress was a national movement. Through the Congress party we got freedom. So Prime Minister has to go through the freedom movement also.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कल भारत का अपमान किया, इंडिया का अपमान किया, मणिपुर की हिंसा से ध्यान भटकाने के लिए इधर उधर की बातें की। और इतना ही नहीं, उन्होंने इंडिया की तुलना आतंकवादी संगठन से कर दी। प्रधानमंत्री जी, क्या आपकी सोच इतने घटिया स्तर पर पहुंच सकती है? क्या वास्तव में आप ऐसा बयान दे सकते हैं भारत के खिलाफ, इंडिया के खिलाफ? हमारा अपमान कीजिए, देश का अपमान मत कीजिए, इंडिया का अपमान मत कीजिए, 140 करोड़ भारतीयों का अपमान मत कीजिए। आपने कैसे भारत की तुलना, इंडिया की तुलना आतंकवादी संगठन से कर दी? पहले इसके लिए पूरे देश से हाथ जोड़कर माफी मांगिए।
And while Parliament rightfully resonates on the Manipur issue, the state itself is currently still in crisis. It's day 84. Another spate of violent incidents have been reported in Manipur's More area. Houses and shops have been set ablaze even today. India Today continues to be the only channel reporting from the epicenters in Manipur, bringing you the reality of the northeastern state that's now marked 84 days of violence. In Limakong in Imphal, Kuki and Meiteis are in a war zone with each other. Barbed wire fences have been put up by villagers, turning areas where people live together into veritable battlefields. Young men have picked up arms, guarding their little villages. Around 29 villages and more than 20,000 people of the Kuki tribe, usually restricted to the hilly areas of Manipur, have been isolated from the mainland in some areas because of this conflict. Women of the Kuki tribe have been staging protests in Limakong, demanding a separate administration. Watch this ground report by India Today's Ashutosh Mishra.
We are currently standing on the tension-torn area of Manipur, and this particular road is heading towards the hill and to Churachandpur. And this particular area, which has been witnessing wide space of violence, the areas have been marred due to violence, ethnic clashes, and which has turned into a buffer zone, preventing both the people from both the communities and not engaging themselves in scuffle anymore. And let me take you through what exactly happening over here. We can see that a cavalcade of that army cavalcade is moving to us. We believe they came from an operation. There are area domination which is being carried out by army in this tension-torn area, and 1, 2, 3 and several vehicles are moving in many times during day hours. That's what we can see, that vehicles are moving. Once again, you can see barricades have been put up. There are barricades have been established, and these are the houses which have been damaged due to clashes. Many of them had been set on fire, and currently this force is moving towards the Churachandpur area. The thorough inspection of every vehicle arriving over here are being carried out. There are barricades, bunkers, where you have to verify your identities and details before you get the permission to go inside those areas. Remember, every night there, gunfights are still on in these areas. Very, very sensitive. We are bringing, exclusive visuals and details from this tension-torn area, witnessing, mad violence, since couple of months now. We can see that this particular vehicle, a two-wheeler, which had been set on fire. Now, absolute lull. Nobody is living, no civilian is living in this area. Only area domination is being carried out by the forces. With camera person Tapush Barry, this is Ritik for India Today.
Who would have ever thought that there will be a buffer zone between two communities? Right behind me in the valley area, the plains, that's the farming zone for the Meitei community. Well, right behind what you see is the farming areas for the Kuki community, and there I can spot some bunkers, trenches were made which were used by the Kuki community during the peak of the violence when the firing was taking place. Now imagine the situation on the ground in this part of Manipur where the people at war against each other who have been living together, and now literally there is a buffer zone, line of control, and this kind of situation explains the furious and the ground reality of Manipur, how the situation remained tensed even after 80 days of the violence. कभी आप लोगों ने सोचा था कि दो कम्युनिटी आप लोग एक साथ खाना खाने वाला, एक साथ सेलिब्रेशन करने वाला, ऐसा बफर जोन, लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल बना देगा एक दूसरे के बीच में?
ये तो कभी सोचा भी नहीं था। बहुत अच्छा से रह रहा था हम लोग, पता नहीं क्या हो गया बीच में। अभी हम लोग
अभी यहाँ के जो बंकर्स वगैरह हैं वो चल रहे हैं या हटा दिए उसको?
अभी ये तो हटा दिया है गवर्नमेंट ऑर्डर के मुताबिक। जितना भी जो दिखाई देता है बंकर्स उसको हटा दो बोल के बताया था, इसलिए उसके मुताबिक हम लोग ने सब बंकर्स को हटा दिया है।
अपने ही स्टेट में अपने ही लोगों के साथ गन बैटल जो बॉर्डर पर होता है हमेशा दुश्मन के साथ,
वही है, वही हो रहा है।
दुश्मनी कब खत्म होगी
ये तो सर क्या बताएं, अभी तो इतना 80 डेज हो गया, अभी तक खत्म होने का नाम ही नहीं ले रहा है। जब हम लोग सोचता है कुछ नहीं हो रहा है तो कहीं ना कहीं फिर शुरू कर देता है।
A day after India Today picked up the story of the Udupi college toilet incident in which 3 students allegedly placed a camera phone in a toilet to film one of their classmates, an FIR has been lodged against the 3 students in that Udupi institution as well as the institution itself. Well, today, the National Commission for Women has also taken cognizance and filed a complaint against the girl students and the college administration. Take a look at this detailed report, even as the Karnataka police, remember, in Udupi, continues to categorically state that there is no communal angle to this incident.
Days after dithering on taking any action against the 3 students who allegedly tried to take videos of another girl in a washroom at an Udupi college, the Karnataka police on Wednesday filed an FIR against the students. The police action comes after the National Commission for Women took cognizance of media reports on the incident. The FIR against the 3 girls has been registered at the Malpe police station in Udupi. The college administration is also booked in the FIR. There was tension in Udupi district after rumors that 3 girls from a private paramedical college had shot explicit videos of many students inside the college restroom and shared them online. The police clarified that no hidden cameras were used in the college washrooms. They also debunked the blackmail angle.
Misinformation anta ಹೇಳಬಹುದು, ಕೆಲವರು ಕಾಳಜಿಯಿಂದ ಬರಿತಾ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಕೆಲವರು ಬೇರೆ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಬರಿತಾ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಈ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಈಗ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಒಂದು, ಹಲವಾರು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡೋದು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
The 3 girls were suspended after the victim informed the college administration about a mobile phone camera in the washroom. The students behind the mischief called it a prank and deleted the video. The victim did not file a complaint with the police. The BJP has lashed out at the Siddaramaiah government, accusing it of a cover-up.
The police is not taking any action. When girl tweeted this, they want to take action on the girl who has alarmed, who is a whistleblower. They want to take action on the whistleblower rather than the culprits. And the state government is taking very rightly, saying that it's a fake news. If it is fake news, why 3 girls were suspended in the college?
the action should be taken and the case should be booked and investigated, and as per the law of the land, the action should be taken, because to really know the depth of the case, in how many incidents, many more people have been affected in this. What was the real motive? They are all jihadi people or involved with any terrorist group. All these things needs to be investigated.
College management as one of the parties in this particular FIR. The SP yesterday who claimed that there wasn't much circumstantial evidence as well as evidence on his phone. Today he has registered an FIR in the case and the investigation is on. With your usual issue, Sagaras reporting for India Today, Bengaluru.
Just to update our viewers on this particular case, since India Today has been the only channel that has taken it up in order to brief all of our viewers about it. It's an incident that took place earlier this month, around the 20th of July, when a complaint emerged from within this particular college in Udupi, where a girl complained that she was being filmed in one of the toilets. 3 of her classmates were subsequently suspended. The police has categorically denied that there is any communal angle, because the 3 girls suspended for this particular act belong to a particular community, and the girl who was in the toilet belongs to another community, and therefore the BJP and several other voices had claimed that there was an attempt to whitewash what was definitely a communal incident. This is something that the Udupi police has categorically denied. The college administration has said that it is a prank, but obviously a crime has been committed, and that's why an FIR has been lodged today against the 3 girls as well as the institution. Anaga Keshav, my colleague who's on the ground in Udupi, tracking the story very closely, is with me live on this. Anaga, things have escalated since yesterday. The Udupi police had said, there is no communal angle. They even said that there was no camera found in the toilet. There appeared to be an effort to downplay the entire claim war in the face of several BJP leaders, opposition leaders in Karnataka, accusing the police of strangling the truth, as it were. But FIRs have been lodged today. That's the big escalation today, Anaga.
That's right, Shiv. I'm standing right outside the Netra Jyoti College. If you take a look at the screen behind me, this is the Netra Jyoti College where that incident took place, where 3 Muslim girls recorded a private video of one Hindu girl who was in the washroom. This entire saga has now taken a communal turn, because it was 3 girls from the Muslim community against 1 girl from the Hindu community. And somehow politics has also made its way into this whole saga, with the BJP leaders now saying that there is definitely more to it than what meets the eye. They are saying that there is a communal angle behind it. But the Karnataka government has also categorically denied any such instance by saying that this was merely a prank played by these children. There was certainly no communal angle, and that is the stance taken by the Udupi SP as well. Any communal angle has outright been denied, but because there is politics, when there is crisis, there is politics. And now the BJP has also, upped its ante by blaming the Karnataka police and saying that there is definitely more communal color to it than what is being portrayed.
Okay, and also remember that Khushboo Sundar is on her way. She's going to be there soon, is it, Anaga? She's belongs to the BJP. She's part of the National Commission for Women. She's personally landing there very shortly, apparently.
Just landed in Mangalore. She was in Delhi and she's flying. Shiv, can you hear me?
Yes.
So Khushboo Sundar was in Delhi just a while back, and she has just landed in Mangalore, we're being told. She will be driving down to Udupi from Mangalore specifically to file a complaint with, in the Malpe police station regarding this incident. A suo motu case has been taken up, but Khushboo Sundar has made her stance also very clear that the dignity of women should be protected at all costs, and she is here as a member of the of the NCW Commission to file a complaint.
Okay, there are other senior members of the BJP within the Karnataka BJP in the opposition who have claimed that there is definitely communal color to what has happened, something that the Udupi police has categorically denied as part of its investigation. Joining me live, Anaga, thank you for the moment. Joining me live on my show, the second time we're taking up this story in 2 days, Rashmi Samant, who's a Hindu human rights activist and one of the most local persons on this issue since the last few days. Aishwarya Mahadev is the senior leader of the Karnataka Congress. journalist and a spokesperson. Charu Pragya is a leader and a spokesperson of the BJP. Welcome to all of you for being with me, and thank you for your time. Rashmi, I'd like to start with you. Are you saying that you feel vindicated that an FIR has been lodged in this case, Rashmi? Because the police visited your home yesterday. You were on our show yesterday as well. You alleged that an effort was being made to intimidate you, but you're also saying that you feel vindicated today that an FIR has been lodged?
Well, Shiv, I think the issue is about these girls and them getting justice. And I think filing an FIR is step one. But I think it's very, very disturbing that the FIR came 8 days after the crime was reported. The crime was reported on the 18th of July. And the FIR was only registered a few hours ago today. And I was being intimidated for, speaking about this. The police came to my house day before yesterday at night. After sundown, and they were harassing my parents about my whereabouts and about my tweet, and they had no specific intention. They weren't asking me either to take it down or whatever. They were just making my parents feel really uncomfortable in their own homes. So I think that was one of the biggest problems of this issue that I see. Okay. And I think FIR is step one, but it's very upsetting that we've had to raise so much voice and we've had to face so much resistance just so that an FIR can be registered in the matter. Okay. So I think that is very disturbing.
Okay. Aishwarya, would you like to weigh in on this? This is obviously something that has created a great deal of noise on social media. India Today, I'm not aware of anybody else who's picked up the story. Of course, the local media has. But how would you respond to some of the points that Rashmi Samant has been making since yesterday? She says that it's been a struggle to get the police to acknowledge that a case needs to be registered, and instead, it has spent its time intimidating her. And this is in the shadow, Aishwarya, of several BJP leaders categorically stating that there is a communal color, which I repeat, the Udupi police has flatly denied.
Shiv, the sad reality today is that the BJP has absolutely no fodder that where any instance for them needs to have a communal color so that they can prima facie even be relevant in this. If the case came up 8 days ago and if the police have responded and the college management has suspended them, and now the police have also, by the way, it was not on anybody's complaint, it was a suo moto cognizance of what had happened, that the police have registered two things. One is an FIR against the girls in question who had already been suspended, but second, and I'm very sure that a lot of people, including Rashmi and her ilk, will be very interested to know, is for the sharing of a fake video, which is from an instance in Tamil Nadu that was doing the rounds, shared by a lot of people that are now championing this cause of having stood for Hindu human rights in particular. And I think that there's action also going to be taken against a news channel for playing...
that's the second FIR.
Shiv, the fact remains that coastal Karnataka has a lot of communal tension, and you see the BJP has always played politics on trying to fan this, right? And if somebody or that party adjacent wants to take it on the same line, fine. But Shiv, let me conclude. The government and the police especially have categorically had clarity on what is happening, have clarified the situation. A lot of responsible journalists have also spoken about what the reality is. And today a lot of people may or may not still hold the same as to what it was previously.
Before I bring Charu Pragya in and get Rashmi to respond to what Aishwarya said, Khushboo Sundar, member of the National Commission for Women, of the Bharatiya Janata Party, is also with me on the phone line. She's in Udupi right now in her capacity as an NCW member. Ms. Sundar, thank you for speaking to India Today. What are you hoping to achieve there, ma'am? Several members of the BJP have alleged a communal color to what is going on, but you are there because a crime has been committed. An FIR has been lodged today.
Yes, I'm here as a member of NCW. It has nothing to do politically. So I'm not going to discuss any political issues here. As a member of NCW, I'm here. We have taken the cognizance and we have to see as to what went wrong where. Why were these girls taking this video? Now, I believe the video was not circulated. There are a lot of other things that just landed in Mangalore. So what has happened in the last 2 hours, I'm not even aware of it. I'm yet to get a hold of the situation. But I'm heading to Udupi right now, and we need to look into it. And I am not going to give, I was hearing I don't know whoever your esteemed guest was, I was hearing to her speak. I'm not going to give any political color or any religious color to this, because NCW works for women across all the political lines, across all the religion and caste. So we do not make it political, we do not make it religious. It is just very clear that we are here to check as to what has happened, whether the girls have filed a complaint, and what action has been taken against the girls who were doing this video, who were making this video, and if the video has actually gone out or it is still in the control, the situation is in control, and how to go forward from here. That's it.
Okay, Khushboo Sundar, we'll leave it there. I think it's important that you get to investigate it on the ground. So I won't ask you any follow-up questions to that. We'll reconnect with you once you've had a chance to actually be in Udupi and speak to the people who are investigating the case, and the students and the people from that institution. Rashmi, I want to give you a quick chance to respond to what Aishwarya Mahadev just said before I go to Charu Pragya, that there is an attempt, an attempt not just by the BJP but other voices, she also said, to give this incident a communal color before the facts have been known. How do you respond to that?
Well, Shiv, I'm a very common citizen, and 48 hours before an FIR was filed on the matter, the police was sent to my house by the same Congress government which is in power in the state. So you can clearly see that the Congress government is clearly not up to its, honesty on this matter, and they don't get to say anything because they have their state police has actively persecuted me on this matter, and they chose to intimidate me first and then file an FIR 48 hours later on the issue. So instead of taking cognizance of the issue and actually talking about the issue, there have been many elements which support the Congress, which converse with Congress ministers on Twitter, like Mohammed Zubair, who have actively engaged in dog whistling against me for having raised this issue on a national platform. And this is what the Congress government is doing. If you want to give any political color to it, then give it one of a common citizen being persecuted so acutely for just having amplified facts which were already published in local newspapers and handles.
Okay, persecution is the charge. Aishwarya, quick response, then I'll bring Charu in. Quick response.
Shiv, playing victim may or may not have helped her when she was at Oxford, but it's most definitely not going to help her now, because ask her what was the video that she shared, what was the content that she shared, and what was the thing that she was talking about. Where there's an FIR against somebody else, and I believe in this situation, she's not a common citizen as much as she and Shefali Vaidya seem to be having this little sort of chain of spreading information that can create a lot of communal tension in the region. And lastly, Shiv, the fact of the matter remains that she can say and accuse us of all of that she has, and she says she's not safe in Karnataka. So kind suggestion, ma'am. I'm also a Kannadiga, I'm also a common citizen as much as you are and whatnot. If you're really unsafe in my state when we're trying day in and day out to fix the sort of communal sort of divide that your party or adjacent,
if whatever. I had to leave my house. I had to leave my house because the police was persecuting me. I had to leave Karnataka. I had to leave Karnataka.
Far better there. Because looking at your Twitter, I am ashamed that this is the level you got to the discourse. Congratulations, man. From transphobia to xenophobia to Islamophobia, you are now back.
Please do not lecture on national TV
to sit about rubbish on the ground. Congratulations.
I had to leave my house. I had to leave Karnataka because of what you're doing. I feel unsafe in my own house because of what you're doing. By using the police to persecute common citizens who are talking about crimes which are happening. Do you know what one of the handles has said? It has said that it was a prank, that the incident was a prank, that the girls were trying to prank somebody and that it was a childish mistake. This is the level to which handles are going to whitewash this incident, and the best you can do is put a common citizen of Karnataka on the crosses and cheer.
Let me bring in Charu.
This is what you're doing in Karnataka.
Aishwarya and Rashmi, bear with me.
You're unashamed of it.
You both had your say. Let me bring Charu in. Let me bring Charu in because the Congress The Congress that's in power in Karnataka says this is the BJP ka khel. That's the insinuation, Charu, that the BJP has jumped in to try and, paint this with a communal color, which the police has categorically denied right from the get-go. How would you respond to that? Because, from C.T. Ravi to the Udupi MLA to all the way up to B.L. Santosh, they've all said that there is an effort at hand to whitewash this issue.
Absolutely. And Shiv, first of all, this is a horrifying incident. And incidents reported like this across the country every alternate day are heartbreaking. Why is it that the opposition in this country and the government in power in Karnataka first checks the location and geography of victims before they decide how hurt they are and how much action needs to be taken and how many people need to speak out against an incident like this? It's very, very sad, and Aishwarya herself admitted to communal tension in the state. The very same communal tension, might I remind you, was started. Aishwarya, I did not speak even once while you were talking. Let me have my say and you can come back in. When Congress was campaigning in Karnataka, they said they want to ban Bajrang Dal. The minute they won Karnataka, Islamic flags went up. This was not about India. This was not about Karnataka. This was about making sure that depolarizing that they were indulging in helped them get a victory. In any case, now the police in this particular incident, instead of harassing and going behind the culprits, is actually going behind the whistleblower. That itself is scary. The very same police which denied the existence of such an incident for one long week, and then it went ahead and filed an FIR. An apology note was issued. Congress leaders have called this a prank. They've called this child's play. First of all, these were not children. These are adult women studying in a college. They are not children. They knew what they were doing. Now, these adult women, it cannot be a prank to put hidden concealed cameras and take intimate videos of women. Now, they might or may not have been circulated. I don't know that. But the fact of the matter is that Congress is an immoral party which hides incidents like this when it suits their political narrative and only cries when it suits them. In
only
this
20
case,
seconds
I urge
left.
them to put politics aside. Make sure the police can do their job without pressure from your party leaders. And
Aishwarya, 20 seconds, final word.
And Twitter threads.
She
was talking about Twitter and
to talk about silence when we know the 77 days of silence of the sexual violence in Manipur, which is extremely ridiculous, extremely horrible. And the fact is, we have taken action. We haven't kept quiet, and your NCW member was basically having a deal when this rape
acknowledge and apologize
Manipur.
For the
And
fact
today
that your
she is
leaders called this a prank.
Okay.
This is not
I have
a
to.
prank.
Okay, ladies, I have to wrap this up. Unfortunately, I'm out of time. I would have liked to get even deeper into this, but remember that on India Today, we're going only by what's happening as far as the investigation is concerned. Elected representatives raising this issue, we're reporting that, but we will not make any conclusions. An investigation is on. These are the lives of students of an institution. It's a sensitive issue. There are many different angles to what is taking place, and as you can see, there is this aggressive war of claims between two sides over what really happened. Let the investigation continue, and we will continue to report on what's happening in Udupi, the only channel to pick up this story. To Rashmi, Aishwarya and Charu, thank you very much for your time here on India Today.